What can you control and what you can't control? This question is crucial in any given situation, believe me. And I actually start with this question many of my sessions as I talk to my clients. So what this has to do with your boundaries, you'll ask me. Here, let's unpack it a little bit. As you set a boundary, as you are trying in your life to practice healthy boundaries, as you are learning to say no to other people, you might be challenged because we as people, we tend to take responsibility for others people's feelings. And this is a mistake we all do. So let's look at the example of my client. She's learning to set some boundaries with her mom, who used to have her daughter on the phone every single day for about an hour. As now in therapy, she learns to set personal boundaries, and she said, you know, it's a little bit too much, really, and there are not many reasons for this cause. My mom is not ill, she takes care of herself, but she just wants me on the phone, she just wants to talk to me. So now I'm learning to and preparing to tell her that I'm gonna call her only two days a week, and my mom is gonna struggle with this decision, and I'm afraid that I will offend my mom. So see what happens here. My client is becoming responsible about her mom's feelings, about her mom's reaction to her boundary, which is a natural response. I want to emphasize that it's fine that we tend to do that, but it's also something we should unlearn because we are not in control of other people's feelings. We need to remember about that. So I asked my client, is your motive to offend your mom? Is your goal to offend your mom? She said, of course not. So I said, you see, if your mom will be offended, that's really her problem. It may sound harsh to some of you, but it's really true. You are not responsible to someone's reaction to your boundary. You're only responsible to how you feel about setting a boundary, how you communicate your boundary, what's the goal behind your boundary. And if the goal is to make this relationship healthier, communication healthier, that's only a pure and worthy goal. So you should stop yourself from being responsible for how other people feel about your boundaries. So back to my client who is learning to set this boundary with her mom. She learned during the course of therapy that she is not responsible how her boundary will make her mom feel. So I encourage you today to think about any example in your relationship, in your surroundings, as you try to set a boundary. Remember this question, that there are always things that you can control and there are things that are outside of your control. So other people's feelings are outside of your control, always. And setting a boundary, saying no, is a hard task. It's a challenging task. But believe me, trying to control other person is much more difficult task and bad idea, really. So remember that setting boundary will require you to remember what you can control and what you cannot control. And you never control other person and their feelings.